You might ask yourself, what is Salesforce and why should I learn it? In this video, Rachel and Jessica uncover what Salesforce is, different types of Salesforce careers, average salaries, and much more. Welcome! It's Rachel and Jessica from 100 Days of Trailhead, the place where the tech community comes to learn Salesforce, learn tech, get inspired, have fun, and invest in ourselves. Whether you are brand new to learning Salesforce and starting from the beginning, or mid-career and skilling up for that new opportunity, we are your trail guides here to support you with an itinerary to help you get where you're going. You are in the right place. If you are new to our channel, make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can be notified when we release a new video. In the description below, you can find links on everything we mention in this video, in addition to links we find helpful, like books that have helped us and our friends along our tech and Salesforce journeys. To find other helpful Salesforce and tech content, visit our blog at 100daysoftrailhead.com. Hi, I'm Rachel Watson.
And I'm Jessica Murphy. And today we're talking about the top 5 reasons you should learn Salesforce.
Wait a second, I don't think everybody knows about Salesforce. Shouldn't we define that?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what is Salesforce? Well, it's a technology and a platform that is utilized by many businesses. It's called a cloud technology. Well, think about your phone. Your phone, you take pictures on your phone and you upload it to the cloud. And that is a type of cloud technology. Salesforce just happens to be one of those and can be used in a variety of different industries, including but not limited to banking, resources, insurance, health. You can use it in government, nonprofits. We can go on and on. Education. There's so many different things. So now that you understand a little bit about what Salesforce is, let's talk about why you should learn it and make a career out of it. Number 1. Tech is in demand. Cloud technologies out of all of tech are some of the most in demand, and Salesforce is a cloud technology. Also, IoT, Internet of Things, which is like a Ring doorbell where you're interacting with your phone. That's IoT. And that also is incorporated in Salesforce. AI, artificial intelligence. So when you say Alexa, that is you teaching the machine language and the machine understanding your voice. And that is also incorporated into Salesforce. Salesforce, according to Bloomberg and New York Times, is the #1 CRM provider. What's a CRM? It's a customer relationship management provider. And that's what Salesforce is.
What I find most intriguing about Salesforce is that you don't have to leave yourself behind. You can bring your full self into your tech career. And this is what I mean. So suppose you worked in an industry before Salesforce. For me, that was education. You take your knowledge and you bring it into Salesforce, because do you remember that list Rachel talked about, all of these different types of organizations that use Salesforce? You can pair your industry knowledge and your knowledge of Salesforce and have a phenomenal career.
So reason number 2 is that Salesforce is bringing 4.2 million new jobs and $1.2 trillion of new business to the business world by 2024, according to Business Insider.
A lot of people, when they're thinking of going into tech, they understand that tech is a growing industry. And they immediately think, I need to become a developer. That is not necessarily true with Salesforce, because there are a lot of career options. Let me give you an example. You can learn to become a Salesforce administrator. You can learn to become a Salesforce consultant, and so many other things that don't require you to know code. So again, you're bringing yourself into Salesforce and you don't have to learn how to code. How amazing is that?
Number 3. So Salesforce can get you a nice salary. So after you've learned Salesforce and you've gotten a few years of experience under your belt as an admin or administrator, the terms are interchangeable, you can average 95,000 USD for your role. That's a base, an average base. As you go into development, if you so choose to, as a Salesforce developer, the average salary is 125K USD. And then as you get into more technical roles, it goes 100K up.
You know, the most interesting thing about it is that I really love leveling with people. I really love being honest about, what's going to happen in your career. So if you learn Salesforce, get on Trailhead, learn Salesforce, and if you pass an administrator exam, you can start out in your career earning around $50,000 to $60,000 a year. And it just goes up from there. Because again, I will repeat, from this slide, you see that the average for an administrator is $95,000. So as you branch out and learn all of these different aspects of Salesforce, you can earn so much more than $95,000. And that's on the administrator level. And if you're talking about the developer, the architect level, wow, like an average of $125,000 as a developer. That means that developers earn more than that, and architects earn more than that. So it's an amazing career path, and you can grow your career as tech grows and changes.
Absolutely. So number 4, Jessica mentioned all these different types of roles that you can have, that you don't necessarily have to be a developer, but we're going to cover just general definitions of each one of these roles so you can get a general understanding as to what they mean. Now, understand, from organization to organization, these roles and their definitions can change drastically. So it's always a good idea to really ask, read job descriptions, make sure that you know what it is you're signing up for. But generally speaking, a business analyst, otherwise known as a BA, a lot of times you'll hear that term thrown around, and people don't necessarily say the full business analyst. A lot of times you'll hear a BA. A BA is somebody that has the business acuity to talk to business people, understand and ask the questions to truly understand what is their business process, why are they doing the things that they're doing, and what are their goals, so then they can take those back to the technical team and really explain it, build out those user stories. User stories are utilized for agile processes, and that is really important so that the people who build, which are the developers and the admins on the platform, then understand what they're building for, the goal. And so that BA goes in between technical and business people. They're the conduit. Administrator is somebody who helps with the users. So bringing new people on as people leave the company, making sure that they are off the platform. They have a lot to do with the security of the platform as well. They keep, the platform safe. They make sure data is managed, meaning that there's not duplicate records, making sure that the data is clean, that numbers that are calculated correctly, and so many more things. They make sure that, for example, they can even put a button on your page that you can click on and help you and support you in your business processes. There's so many things that they do.
And that's why they're called awesome admins, because they are the gatekeepers. They are the people in the organization that ensure that business and Salesforce are in alignment.
Absolutely. So developers sometimes have some different roles, much like administrators. Sometimes they're taking support tickets like administrators do. Sometimes they're adding buttons on screens and so forth like administrators do. But they go beyond that because they're utilizing code to build on top of the platform and extend the functionality. And they could even be building apps that are customized for the business itself. Marketers use Salesforce and a variety of technologies to help connect the organization and their products and services with their customers. So that could be on social media and doing social media campaigns. It can be email campaigns. It can be public relations or PR campaigns, and all different kinds of traditional marketing as well. There's so many things that can be put together for marketers. sales managers are all about new business and business development. So they need to understand what business has already happened and what contracts are coming due. They also need to see what is in the pipeline of upcoming potential business and being able to track the contacts that they make at maybe a tech conference and a variety of other things. So they need quality data. So they utilize the skills of the business analysts, the admin, and the developers to make sure all of the data is in good form. So then their reports, they can filter out their reports, they can create new reports, they can manage their reports, they can create data dashboards. Sometimes administrators do that for them, but they manage that so they can do their predictions and their sales predictions. Then we have the architect. The architect is the person or persons that come up with the plan to match the business need. So the business has a problem or a series of problems. They present that. The architect says, okay, I have all of these technologies. What can I put together and plan out to meet that business need? And they architect the whole entire plan. And then the builders, administrators, and developers are the ones that build it out. And then we've got consultants. Well, I'm actually a consultant. Consultancies can be focused on one industry. It can be focused on a variety of industries. It can be focused on one technology, such as Salesforce, and sometimes a variety of technologies. And they work across in some industries and some work with one industry. So it varies depending upon the consultancy. But when you work with one organization, you typically work in one Salesforce instance, or sometimes there's companies that do have multiple Salesforce instances, but you're confined by those, by the company and what they own. And that's great because you get to know it very, very well if you are the admin for that specific company. Now, if you're a consultant, you don't stay in one organization. You might work with one organization on a project, and then you go to another organization and help them with a project. Sometimes you work with one organization for a project and then do another project. It just varies, and you can go from industry to industry. And that's one of the things that I really enjoy about being a consultant.
And I think the most interesting thing about consultancy is that it can encompass all of the different things that we've talked about, all of the different skills that we've listed above, that all of that can be a part of a consultancy. And the same is true with our last one, which is being an entrepreneur. And that's me. So entrepreneurs in the Salesforce ecosystem can do two different things. One is that they can be consultants or a consultancy. And just like Rachel explained, the consultancy can work with a lot of different clients and do a lot of different things. And again, the people can encompass all of these things that we've discussed above. Equally, you can become an ISV, that's what it's known as in the partner community. And those are the people that have found something that Salesforce needs to do for a particular industry or organization. And what they do is they build an app that the person can install in their Salesforce instance that will extend the functionality of Salesforce. Let me give you an example. If you were in your Salesforce instance and for some reason you needed maps to be a part of your Salesforce instance, you could go onto what's known as the App Exchange. You can look for maps. You can download the most appropriate map for your organization into your Salesforce instance and use it. And so there are partners that create those products. So there's the entrepreneur who can also be a combination of all of the things that we discussed above.
That's the cool thing is you can be one of these. You can be one of these early in your career and build up to other things. You can have skills in a couple of different areas and become a consultant or an entrepreneur. There's so many options.
Yes.
So number 5, we love the ability to learn for free.
And you can kind of tell that we love Trailhead because we are called 100 Days of Trailhead. We absolutely love Trailhead because it's the fun way to learn Salesforce. Yes. It's the free way to learn Salesforce. And I think the most impressive part of Trailhead is that it is Salesforce teaching you how to learn Salesforce. So all of the things that we mentioned above, the salary, the career paths, all the opportunities that there are within the Salesforce ecosystem, you can learn how to do it for free on Trailhead. So all you have to do is go to trailhead.salesforce.com, sign up for an account, and then you are on your way.
It doesn't hurt the fact that it's gamified.
Yes.
And that you get badges.
And points.
And there's confetti.
There's confetti.
There's confetti. So virtual confetti. It's really cool. Get your first badge today. If you haven't gotten a badge, all you have to do is log on to trailhead.salesforce.com. So comment below as to what path you are going to try. If you're starting brand spanking new, we advise to start on the admin path, regardless if you want to go down the development path or not, because Salesforce, it says, clicks before code. And the reason being is if you are a developer and you just randomly start developing on the platform, there's so much that's built into the platform that you're going to overdevelop and you're going to make huge mistakes. So learn what comes out of the platform first. Start on the admin path beginner.
Yes.
We have a bonus for you. So a lot of people have been on Trailhead and they like the fact that it's self-paced, but some people have asked us, so where do I get a course? Well, Edureka is a company that offers courses. There's two types of courses that we have here. The one called Admin and App Builder, that is more focused on non-code development. And again, I want to remind you that it's a good place for everyone to start, regardless if you want to get into development or not, if you are first starting. The Platform Developer one is for developers, and this is the entry point to be a code developer on the Salesforce platform. But we also have another opportunity, and this FocusonForce is something that we both utilized.
Yes, absolutely.
As we have gone through.
Absolutely. Okay, so first of all, let me say that all of the links for all of this you can find below in the description. All right. So one thing that we're so excited about is that FocusonForce is giving us bundles that are discounted for their different paths for learning. Now, let me tell you about FocusonForce. I am a big fan of Trailhead. And when I started studying for my exams, I actually used FocusonForce because I really liked the way that they forced me to really learn about the various aspects of Salesforce as I was going into the exam. So FocusonForce has given us discount codes so that you can start learning today on your chosen path, and you can learn at a 25% discount. Now, let me tell you about these bundles. The first bundle is the big bundle, and the big bundle is everything that FocusonForce offers, practice exams in terms of study material, all of that for 25% off. You can also choose the administrator bundle, and the administrator bundle is the admin and advanced admin, 25% off. Same with consultant. And we're talking here about Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Community Cloud. Wait, it's not Community Cloud now.
Experience Cloud.
It's Experience Cloud. 25% off of all of the consultant exams and study materials that they have. The developer bundle, which is Platform 1, and remember what Rachel said, Platform 1 is just the beginning. Platform 2 really exposes your understanding and learning for code in Salesforce. And you can get Platform 1 and Platform 2 study materials with this discount code. And lastly, the Architect. I most recently used the Architect bundle in my learning of sharing and visibility and data management. And I passed both. And you can get that study bundle for 25% off. How amazing is this?
It is so great to have the study materials, have these practice questions that you can go through, and then if you get them wrong, you can really understand why you went wrong, because it links up to Trailheads and links into the documentation, so you can do a deep dive and really truly understand it. What Salesforce career path are you planning on taking? What's your next certification? What would you like to see in future videos? Comment below. We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for spending time with us. Make sure you like this video. It helps a lot. Click subscribe and on the notification bell so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on Instagram, Twitter, and on our website at 100daysoftrailhead.com, all of which are listed below. Thank you for learning with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.